Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, wherever you are. Welcome back to the channel. This story has picked up a lot of steam online because of how Steph Curry, or is it Steph Curry's wife? How Steph Curry's wife has been going crazy. It seems that she's preparing to leave him, and one of the people that actually predicted this was the great Kevin Samuels. Now, we are going to listen in to the video that he actually predicted her behavior. It's actually uncanny. It is not, people would say prophetic, but if you understood women's behavior around, and you don't need to really, you just need to look at Hollywood and all that, and even just in your regular life, for people who are, especially people who are marrying women who think they are better than them, women who think that they are marrying down, you will be surprised at just how ridiculous this would sound, especially in this situation, because we all know Steph Curry is the king in this relationship. No matter what, nobody would know of her or anything she's ever done if it wasn't for him. But let's listen into what Kevin Samuel said about this particular relationship, because she was starting to act out at that time, even before his death.
And Steph able to finish right over the top of Craig, but get the foul and three-point play.
24 points. Seen in the fourth, turned it over 11.
Never marry a woman who thinks she's better than you.
And there it is.
This one hits home for me because I've seen it so often. I've counseled with guys through divorce care, through Christian ministries, through breakups, through so many things. And I've seen so many guys that have actually married a woman they absolutely adore. But the woman thinks she's better than you, and ultimately, she's jealous of you. Avoid women who think they are better than you because you can never make them happy. And here's the thing, as your success continues to rise, their anger, their resentment, their animosity towards you will continue to rise.
She was, I think the video, I'm going to put in this video where she was talking about how people don't notice her because she's his wife, that he gets all the adoration, but she doesn't. She seemed very envious. Just watch this video. Now, what is that? You can see very obviously that this is envy. Why would you be envious of someone who sacrificed himself, said, no, you are the person, I'm going to make sure that you're going to live this charmed life with me. But it's never enough. That's why personally I have very serious reservations about getting married. It is not worth it. Because if a man like this, who by all accounts is a top shotter, he's a good looking man, he's a tall guy, he's a multi-millionaire, hundreds of millions of dollars, he's famous as anyone could ever be, that is not enough. Look at this. Because as I said in the previous video, she has gotten to a point where she's assured of getting a big chunk of that wealth, where she can go gallivanting across the globe, doing whatever she wants. That's what is itching her right now. Because she thinks going out here and becoming a slut to everyone is actually preferable to the life that she has. It's actually quite amazing. That's why I do not advise anyone. It's actually dangerous to advise people to get married these days. You're going to get taken to the cleaners. It doesn't matter who you are.
So outwardly, people look at you and say, she's so lucky to have this man. He's a multi-millionaire, a good family man, all these other things. And all she's sitting there and saying, it should be me. I'm better than him.
Exactly. That's like it is. You have no idea how many people I've met who are like this. You know, it's not just a woman thing. But if somebody is in this position where they're seeing you work and succeed, and the green-eyed monster, the greed, the envy is just there throughout, they will destroy you. They'll wait it out sometimes, they'll bait until the time comes where they think they can get away with a big chunk of what you've created. It doesn't matter who they are, by the way. Even there are a lot of men who behave like this. A lot of corrupt men are out here. We know this, don't we?
Especially this really runs deep, especially in women who are failed actresses and failed models. When you meet a woman who is a struggling local actress, struggling local model, attractive, but she just doesn't have that it factor. You can kick it with her, you can date her, you can hang out with her, but do not make any kind of commitment to her. And for God's sake, don't marry her or have any children. Because one, she is always going to have in her mind any kind of weight I put on, anything that happens is going to potentially hurt this non-existent career she's dreaming about, this fame that she wants.
The thing is, because this man has already done it and put her in that position, and she thinks she's better than the man, she thinks she would have actually gotten to fame and fortune without him. It's because the work has already been done. That's why she can speak like that. But this is not strange. The strange thing is how often men let these women get away with it. Oh, she has my kids. No, it is absolutely diabolical. What you've let, because the more men who allow this, the more you are basically allowing any other, because once you leave those women, they meet other men, they want the same kind of treatment. As irrational as it is, so you've destroyed opportunities for a lot of men to actually have decent relationships, because you simps have inflated the egos of mids. And by mid, I just mean looks. I mean even in intellect, even in femininity, even in loyalty. Mids to below mids. That's what I'm talking about.
There's things that she cannot have. And especially if you're like Steph Curry and you actually attained it. He married his high school sweetheart. He was a teenage boy and she was a teenage girl. That 15-year-old boy was ecstatic to have that gorgeous girl because she actually grew into her womanness before he grew into his manness. He has finally grown into his man's body, into his man's mind, and become the man a lot of people saw in him. She's still looking at him as the same little boy who was blowing her kisses and kissing her ass as a teenager.
The problem is he's probably doing it now because he actually came out defending her very hard after she talked nonsense about him and emasculated him in front of millions. So I believe that he is that simp right now, and it's unfortunate, but just because you're rich and successful in a sport doesn't mean you're not a dumbass.
And that's what you saw come out. That's what it is. It wasn't that she wants more attention. It wasn't that she wants more guys on her DM. She married a guy that she thinks she's better than, and honestly, she's jealous of him. She's jealous because I'm sitting at home, pumped out 3 kids, and he's on TV every day. He's getting all the fame. He's getting all the red carpet treatment. He's getting all this. And only time she gets attention is attention that he deflects to her.
Exactly.
We wouldn't know about Ayesha Curry if it wasn't for Steph. He tries to put her in the spotlight. He tries to put her front and center. And guess what? If she had what it takes, she'd already be there. And that's what's not being told. If she had anything that should make her a star or put her on that level, she'd be there. Will Smith married Jada Pinkett. Jada Pinkett had a modicum of success, but she was never nowhere close to being what Will was. Look at what Will tried to do with his son. He kept trying to push his son out there, but his son isn't Will. Well, guess what? Ayesha ain't Steph. Let me tell you what I fear is going to happen. I fear this is what's going to happen. She's going to end up divorcing him. It's going to get to a point to where it is intolerable. She's already made this faux pas. She's already put it out there. It's out in the ether, and she's getting drugged by men. And people are actually looking at her like, what the hell is wrong with you? So she's going to have to pipe down. She's not going to be able to say much about anything. But it is going to tear her apart, tear him apart, because at the end of the day, she thinks she's up here, and she thinks he's down here. It is not going to change.
And that's the bottom line, unfortunately for Steph Curry. And you see, a lot of these actions, they can be telegraphed if you just especially in situations where people come out and say what they mean. Just you need to stop defending them because you have a brand or something, because he doesn't understand that his brand has already taken a hit. You being an athlete, men's respect is very important to your brand, Steph Curry. And having a woman that you've basically put on a pedestal and given her everything in life continue to tarnish your brand and act like you're this beneath her person, and you come out to defend her, you are in trouble. I don't know, the kind of trouble that we are talking about, for him, maybe he'll remain with millions of dollars. But I don't know, maybe he doesn't care, but this is for the rest of us. If you're in a position where you're able to succeed in whatever, at your work, at your what, and that's why I don't even like it when people go start dating their workmates. Those are your competitors. You shouldn't be dating them. She will be dating you to either weaken you or find a ways to defeat you. That's just a fact. I'm sorry. So anyway, I don't know what you guys think about this video. Kevin Samuels continues to be a prophet because he was level-headed and he had experience and he could see all these things coming. Everywhere right now, we are all using his mantra. It's not just his mantra. He also borrowed from many other people, but he was the best communicator of these things. Please subscribe to the channel, leave a comment and a like on the video. And until next time, peace.